Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to discuss about Mendeley software. So if you are writing a research paper and you are stuck with your research writing content, how to make a citations, how to make a reference, then watch my video completely. So this will be helpful to write your research paper with less time consuming. So today we are going to talk about Mendeley software and what is this Mendeley software and how to use that. So here is today's part. So when you talk about the Mendeley software, so what is basically it is doing? So Mendeley is a free software. You can incorporate all your literature reviews, that is the research papers, inside the software, and then it can be helpful to sort out with respect to year wise, or it will be helpful to sort out with the author details. So these are the things which you can do with this software. So there does not require more time to learn the software. So basically it's very easy to learn this software. So watch my video. So today I'll be showing you how to use this software and also how to download this software. So I'll be showing you how to download this Mendeley software from internet, and that will be helpful for you to do it your research writing. And then we also going to discuss about how to use Mendeley for research writing purpose. So when you're writing a research paper, how it is going to use by incorporating in MS Word. So I'll also show you some demo today. So incorporating the literature review or research paper along with MS Word and also Mendeley softwares. So before that, what we want to know is we need to have some set of research papers. So you should have a set of research paper. So you should have download from internet, or you have some online citations. We can do that also. So we can use online citations and you can add that details inside the paper content, right? So, and also how to prepare your reference. So finally we are going to discuss about how to prepare your references and citation in your research writing paper. So Mendeley software is not only used for writing a research paper, it is also used to write your thesis. If you're writing a thesis work, so then you can install this and it will help you to write your complete thesis with respect to your research papers. So you have some 80 plus research papers or 120 plus research papers. So you don't want to have a tension or you don't want to worry about it. So use this software and add all your literature review papers inside the software, and then you can use that in MS Word in the reference section. So in the reference section you can see the Mendeley inbuilt-in app. So you can do it. So before doing that, we need to download the software from online, right? So let's go for the demo. So how to download basically a Mendeley software. So just for that, we need to go ahead, type MS part. So you can go for Mendeley plugins. So once you type in MS plugin, just a minute. So you can go for it. So once you type MS Word plugin, so first link you will get. So type this word in Google, Mendeley Word plugin. So you'll be getting installation citation plugins for Mendeley. So click on it. So once you click, the website takes to you, and then there is a download button. So you can download now. So use this download button and it will install in a MS Word plugins. So directly you can open your MS Word and you can do your citations. And there is also alternative that is called Mendeley desktop. So you can use a Mendeley desktop also. That is not a Word plugin, but it helps you to sort out the paper in desktop versions. So you can use that Mendeley desktop also. So today we are going to discuss about MS Word plugin, right? So let's open my MS Word. So once you open MS Word, go to the reference session. So once you successfully installed Mendeley, then you will be getting this citations. So over here you can see Mendeley citations part. So before that it will be blank. So once you have done the citation part, installation part, you will be getting this particular options in your MS Word under reference part. Okay. So before starting any research paper, first of all, we should think about the literature part, also research papers. So how many research papers you have downloaded or how many research papers you have collected. And also you should think about categorizations of the literature review or research papers. So you need to think about how you want to sort out your research paper, either year wise, if you are taking like a 10 years database or 12 years database, or you are categorizing that research work with a particular area like food technology, or in a kind of electronic waste or plastic waste, or related to concrete materials. So you want to categorize your literature studies according to your research field. So today I am going to take a simple example related to my field, electronic waste. So how to use electronic waste in concrete products. So before I start the literature review or research paper collection, I should have a broad mind what research paper I am going to write first of all. So I am going to write some research paper about electronic waste which is going to be used in concrete. So I want to see how many authors or how many researchers have worked on particular areas in concrete with various combination of electronic waste. So electronic waste is nothing but it's a electrical goods which are dead, which is crushed nowadays and used as a fine aggregate, or it has been used as a coarse aggregate, plastic aggregates. So this is my studies. So I will take you to some deep knowledge about this. So you make a folder in your desktop, collect your research papers and categorize that research paper as per your requirements. Suppose you are thinking to recover some hidden minerals from electronic waste. See how many authors have been worked on that particular field. The next, you need to think about application of fine aggregate. If the same crushed powder electronic waste as a powder form, how many authors have been used as a fine aggregate? The second thing is called coarse aggregates. So how many of them used as a plastic aggregates? So have a broad idea that your research work should have some classifications. So according to that classifications, you need to collect a research paper. So what I'm going to talk here, I'm just going to type e-waste as filler materials in concrete. So crushed e-waste, I'm just writing as a crushed e-waste plastic as a filler material. So I'm just giving a rough title to my research paper. So just let's fix this with as a title, right? So this is the title is given. The next thing, I'm just going to start with some basic abstract. Okay, then you have some keywords, you can add keywords. Then you always start with introduction. Okay, now the main headings. So the main headings should be related to your title of the paper. So right now I have taken an example that crushed e-waste plastic as filler material in concrete. So what is basically e-waste and how this plastic is obtained? So we need to think about that, how you can create a main headings. So first of all, we always go with abstract and then we start with introduction, or we can directly jump with about e-waste classification, all these things. So my second heading is done, that is with the introduction. Now the third heading is I'm going to think about classification of e-waste. I'm just talking about classification of e-waste in India or in Indian market. So this is my third heading I'm just giving. So now fourth heading might be like application of e-waste in concrete products. In concrete products. So this might be my fourth heading. Then next you need to think about how do you want to frame the main headings. So recovery of minerals. So I want to write recovery of hidden minerals, e-waste. So these are some main headings I'm writing, drafting my main heading. Later on you can modify as per your requirement. So now I have fixed with my main headings and I also fixed with my title. Okay, so now we want to write our paper, right? So before starting the paper, we need a research papers. So you want to go for that research paper, how you want to collect that. So in order to do that, we need to go to the desktop. So here is my folder. So I created some folder called e-waste. So under e-waste, I have collected some set of literature reviews. So if you see here, certain analysis and assessment, bacteria and part degradation part. Then again you have e-waste. Under e-waste, if you see certain papers I have collected, and then you go for food waste. So how much amount of food waste is there, and we can use food waste in degradation process or in concrete applications, or in concrete how many e-waste studies has been carried out, and also management process, how to handle e-waste managements in market. Then metal recovery, so if you have some methodology to recover your hidden minerals, so these are the some idea or folders as per the folders. So now Tokuji is used for optimization techniques, so it's very useful techniques in optimization method. So according to my studies, I have collected few research papers and then I have categorized according to the heading. So there are some techniques are there. So in techniques also we have some 27 papers I have added in techniques. So now we are going to use all this paper in my research writing purpose. So how to use that in Mendeley. So let's go back. So as I said, this may be varied according to your research studies. So as per your research studies, you need to think about it and you need to categorize the headings. So according to that, you can initially do this work and make your research studies or research paper to segregate it. Now just go to your Mendeley. So once you are done with this, so now I'm just going to write some abstract. After abstract, I'm going to write my introduction. So let's start that. I'm going to write about e-waste. So e-waste is the upcoming burden in the developing countries to recycle, okay, and handling the waste particles or anything. So like this you are writing a content. So now, as I already said, if you have not watched my previous video how to use MS Word using these headings, right? So styles you can make it. So all my paragraph I'm just going to use normal times New Roman. So I'll fix that also, right? Bold, or you don't want to remove it, click OK. So no need of bold. Okay, the next part which is going to be used, so it's not bold, let me okay, right, normal. Rest other things is going to be heading 1, it's going to be 12, again bold. Okay, so this is again justification is required, so I'm just making a justification. And you can also arrange the paragraph, so spacing you can do it 1.5. Done. So this I already taught you in previous videos of MS Word. You can watch that video, right? So everything is ready now. So you start continuing writing your introduction part. Now I need to insert some research paper here. So how to insert my research paper here when I am writing? So all you want to do is just go to reference, and here you see the citations part. So insert citation, open Mendeley, insert bibliography, and bibliography styles are also there. So what are the bibliography styles are there? So how to use this? So just first of all open the Mendeley. So you get open. For this you need to log in with your login ID. So you need a login. So how you want to use the login ID? So just create an account in that, then you will be you can easily use the software. So now create a folder. So you can create a folder here on the left side. I'm just writing a e-waste as my title. So you get a e-waste part. So folder is created. Now we want to add that particular research papers in this part. Either you can drag and drop. You can directly go to the folder. You can drag and drop it over here, or else just go to add files. Go to your desktop. You can go to your desktop. Select that folders. So what are the papers you have? You can add this part. So I'm just going to add a Tokuchi approach. So select all this paper. I'm just going to put it inside. So once you add all the paper, you can see all the paper get added here, and here are the clear things. Author name and author details are here. Title is here, and year wise publication data, and also published in which journal. So you get the complete journal name, and you can get all this. You can handle this by sorting out the latest one or year wise. So use this ascending or descending order, whichever style you need, you can use this operation. And here also you can see this details. Now for example, suppose I'm just going to do a particular paper. So for example, I'm going to take a Takuchi approach for optimization of blending on cement based grout. So 2005 it has been published. So once you click that paper, on the right side you can see a small details about that paper. So you get the abstract, you get the keywords, and you also get the URL link. If you have, you will be getting all this, and DOI also is available for us. So all these are the things, right? So once you go for this particular paper, so double click. So just use a mouse cursor, double click, your paper get open. So once the paper get open, so now you are reading this paper. So you want to make some notes from this particular paper, or you want to use some highlighters, you can use a highlighter. So suppose you are studying some interesting thing over here, you are using, and you can highlight that part. Now finally we want to write the research or literature review from this paper. So we want to make our notes. So there is an option called notes. So on the next tab you can see notes. So from this paper, what you have studied, so you want to write some content that after studying this paper they have used some fly ash, bentonite and silica fume. So you want to write something like the studies highlighted about the application of bentonite, fly ash and silica fume, right, on blended cement. So sorry, on blending of cement grout. Okay, so you are writing some lines and you are making a notes from this paper after studying it completely, right? So you are writing a content, you are preparing a content from the studies. So you can also write how much percentage it is also discussed about the various proportion of mix, like combination of bentonite 3%, 20%. So you want to write some percentage, right? So 3% or 20% fly ash. So based on it, so you are writing some content over here. So this is the content I have studied, or you are preparing a notes. So now what you can do, you can just copy this, you can go to your Word, you can paste that content over here directly. So now you have studied this paper, but now I want to give the citation for that paper, right? So you want to make a citation of this paper. So click here, go here, insert citations. So you can go here, insert citation, or you can also go again Mendeley. So once you click on insert citation, you will taken to go to Mendeley. Click on it. So now this is the paper I have read, already have made the notes. So here is the option called cite. So you can see clearly there is a cite option. Just click on that cite. You can see the citation has been occurred there, number 1. So whichever paper you are giving first preference, there is a number 1 is occurred there. Similarly, now let's go for the second paper. So we are going to go for a second paper, randomly I am taking. So let's take this paper, application of Takuchi method for compressive strength optimization of ternary blended self-compacting mortar. So I'm just opening this paper from this author. So we are going and studying this paper again. So by studying the abstract and complete paper, we will again prepare our notes. So we will be studying again, we will be preparing our notes again. So after studying this complete paper, you will prepare the content, the studies, or in this the author discussed about the application of self-compacting concrete in the method of optimization using the L6 array, so Takuchi arrays, or what are options, right? So you will study and you will write this content. So copy it again, we'll go back, we'll go and paste it again. So now something you have studied from that paper, you have written it. Now I want to give the citation of that particular paper. So go for citation, go to the Mendeley. So this is that current paper. You can also use from here also. Here is also option called cite. So use this also, or you don't have any idea, you can see here also. So two options are available for you. So one is over here, and another one directly where you are writing over here on the top side. You can see this site. So just click it, you can see number 2. So this is a way, and you proceed with the second paper. So if you are moving on to the second next paragraph, so classification. So again, classification of e-waste in an Indian market is discussed, and the research studies highlights about the hidden minerals in e-waste. Okay, so e-waste is generally classified based on the hazard level, like effective radioactive elements or non-radioactive elements. So you are writing some contents related to that. So all this is done finally. So now you want to write in the normal, select this, just go ahead, normal. So right now I want to write the research paper again. I want to do the citation over here. Just let's go to the Mendeley again. Now look at the particular area. Now I want to add some paper related to that. So again, go to the selected folder, add file related to that. So let's go to the folder called a metal recovery. So these particular papers are there. So you can add all this paper in single go. So now you can see the paper getting added over here. So these are the papers is got activated. So you can see the author name or title, what are the metal recoveries are there. So bio leaching of heavy metals are there. So there is a concept called bio leaching heavy metals are there. So double click that paper, and now you can go and see what is that particular author has or studies has been explained. You can make your notes here. So let's say we are going to make a notes here. So printed circuit boards are having the hidden minerals which can be recovered by the bio leaching method. Okay, so this is a line I'm writing from the studies. So you copy this. Now we go ahead, we put it in the studies. Now you want to do the citation, we want to do the citations. So go to reference, insert citation, go to Mendeley. Now cite this paper. So now you see citation occurs there. So this is how we use Mendeley effectively in writing a research paper or any thesis work you are doing. So use Mendeley software. So it's highly useful for research writers. So now we have done it. Now finally we need the reference, right? So finally I just want a reference part. So how I want to write a reference? Should I write one by one? No. Should I do like this manually? Not ever. So we are not going to do anything called like this. So we are going to do it automatic. Just go to insert bibliography. Once you do the insert bibliography, you get your work done. So see how easy it is. So now you want to change the style of this reference. So it's by default is in IEEE. So here is the styles. So you can change the styles. You can make a modifications. So insert bibliography. You can change the styles again over here. So here is the Chicago format, IEEE format, or ISO 690. So these are the various formats. So if you are going for Chicago or any other format, so the style will be changed. So you can now reinsert it again, delete it. Just you can delete it. Now I have changed the format to Chicago format. Now I'm going to insert the bibliography. So you can change the style also. Okay, so now this is done. Okay, just a minute. Here it is. You can use this style. Click done. Now you insert the bibliography. Now you can see the format has been changed. So this is how it works. So if you are doing the changes in the citations, then it will do. So I always prefer to go with your citation, that is IEEE format only. So just go ahead, you'll get your reference. So this is how I do my research work and make my work easy. So you don't want to have any burden in the research paper or year-wise data. So just use Mendeley software, upload your papers and control here with year-wise data whatever you want to control. So you can do it, and you can use sync. If some papers are missing, you can do syncing also. Now I will teach you how to incorporate through online citation. So you have some online citation and you want to add that paper in Mendeley. So let's see that now, how you want to use citation from online sources. So continue to that. So let's go ahead. So let's open some research paper, e-waste application in concrete. I'm just taking a simple example. So you will get a number of articles, research papers. So we were very well-known sciencedirect.com. So we go there and we see latest research papers are there. So you want to cite that particular paper. So for example, I want to cite this paper. So you want to add this particular paper in your research paper, or you want to give citation to the authors. So directly you can use cite. Okay, you can save it in text or even BIB text also. So later on you can import in Mendeley also. But now what we are going to do, here is option. You can add directly to Mendeley. So then how to add that? So just go here. So we are going to do online. So manually. So how to add manually? So if you go for manual installation, insert citation, add a new source. So you have add a new source. So from what concept you need? It is a journal article. You want to add an author name. So just go and collect the author name. So you are seeing this author name. So we are taking this author name and we are inserting an author name, right? And if you know the journal name or you know any kind of complete details, you can add all other data, year wise, all these things. So now you want to add the title of that particular paper. You can add the complete title, right? So now you see that author name already will be reflecting here. So this way we can also control how to add a manual insertion with citation. But my recommendation is not this. So what you can do when you go for add sources, okay, you can see the paper now. So you can manage the sources also. If you don't want, you can delete it, or you want to edit that content with particular details. So you have a DOI number or complete journal details. Then you can add all the details, city, all this complete data. So this is a little bit time consuming for us. So my advice for you is, rather than doing this step, what you can do, you can go to the particular part. Here is option called add Mendeley. So click on add Mendeley, your account get activated. You need to sign into Mendeley. So once you sign into Mendeley, what happened? The Mendeley will be syncing with your account, and then you can see that paper over here. So that will be visible over here. So you can then cite that particular paper in the same manner. Okay, so now I hope this particular example will be helpful to start your research writing paper. And I also want to see how we are making this references, all this thing with less time consuming. So don't waste more time by writing references with the improper alignments, all this thing. And single go again, if you want to change this into double content paper, as single, go to design, layout, you can make it as a double column. So you can see now your paper converted into double column papers. So this way also we can do a quick process of writing a research paper. So I hope this video have added a value today, and it will be helpful for you to write your research work. I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching my video.